y'all, it's your girl Naya here and welcome to my channel. Y'all want to say welcome back so bad, but like it ain't even a welcome back. I've been gone for so long, but that is okay, y'all. If you continue watching the end, I will definitely tell you guys where I've been. But as of right now, I do want to just kind of get into the video because this is a very informative video. So if you do not know already, your girl is a second semester nursing student. I'm currently taking med-surg and mental health in my summer semester. We're halfway done, so I was like, let's make a video on how I prep for this semester, how I stay organized, and how I maintain my B average in both of my classes. Clock it! So let's get into it. So a little bit about my journey. Like I said, I am a second semester nursing student. I did go the ASN route. I am currently taking classes at my community college, which is very different from getting your BSN. But I did say I was going to do a video on, you know, your ASN compared to your BSN, just so you guys can know the difference. But I did try to get my BSN. I went to Kennesaw State for a little bit of time, but it was just, I wasn't focused. And I'm not even going to say the material was hard. I honestly just feel like I wasn't focused. Being in a new environment, coming from the country, going to the city, being in a new environment, y'all, it was just, I was not focused. So I did decide to come back to my hometown, something a little more slower, my pace, so I can finish and go to school, and hopefully we can head on back up that way after graduation. Yeah, I am getting my associates. It's a 2-year program. You know, after you take your pre-reqs, which consists of anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, some, I think it's a microbiology, y'all, English, and a math. I want to say, it's been so long since I took them, but I think it's definitely English, math, AP 1 and 2, and micro in the lab. Yes, I think the only difference is from your ASN to your BSN really is that your BSN is 4 years and your ASN is 2. And also, I didn't have to take a chemistry class. I know that's one of the differences too, but yeah. My expected graduation date is May 2026. So sometime around this time next year, your girl should be graduating. But yeah, this video is going to be how I stay organized, how I prep for nursing school, and how I study to maintain a B average. So let's get into the video. So the first thing you want to do in nursing school is stay organized. Definitely if you have multiple classes, because it can get hectic, it can get crazy really fast. So you really want to stay organized. First thing I'm gonna say is read your syllabus. Upon the first day of class, read your syllabus. Know really everything. Know what you're getting yourself into. Your syllabus is going to have your professors, their names, their numbers, their emails, and how to reach out to them. And you're gonna want to know that. You're gonna want to have that in your phone. You're gonna want to have all the necessary things in your phone, because you never know what'll happen throughout the semester and when you'll be able, and when you'll need to get in contact with them. Definitely for like clinical days and things like that. You may be late. You may not be able to make it. Something may happen. So you want to read your syllabus and make sure you have their names, numbers, and every single way to stay in contact with them. The next thing I'm gonna say is get a calendar. This year I am digital. I used to love buying nice planners and things, but I decided to be 100% digital this year because I bought an iPad and I would just never use it. So I was like, you know what, I really need to use my iPad. So I do everything on my iPad, and I am going to show you guys that. I'm just gonna kind of flip my camera so y'all can see, because I don't know how to like put it on the screen or whatever, but this is my iPad, and yeah, let me show y'all. Okay, you guys, so this is how I use my calendar on my iPad. So I do have an app called GoodNotes. It is $6.99, but it's very much worth it. And it's just like a one-time payment, y'all. So it's very much worth it. But I honestly just screenshot the calendar that comes on my iPad, you know, from your Apple Calendar, and I upload it to GoodNotes. And from here, you can see that everything is color coordinated. Like up here, I have pink for med-surg and blue for mental health. And everything is just color coordinated just like that for exams and all the things, due dates, and like little assessments and tests that we have. I just put everything up here. And also when going here, as you can see, pink is med-surg, blue is mental health, and even as for my folders, pink is med-surg and blue is mental health. So I just kind of keep everything coordinated and I don't change it for anything, my notes or anything. Pink is med-surg, blue is mental health. I also use Google Calendar for days that I don't have my iPad, because I can just like pull that up on my Mac, and I can also pull it up on my phone. So technically I have 2 calendars digitally, but that's just how it works for me. And also, when you put things in your calendar, put things a day ahead. Like, for example, if you know that you have a test, today's Monday, right? If I know that I have a test on Thursday, I'm gonna put a reminder, okay, test on Thursday at so-and-so time at this location. I'm gonna put it in my calendar for Thursday, but also Wednesday, I'm gonna put it in my calendar and say, okay, reminder, you have a test on Thursday. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm always a day ahead. Yeah, I have it on Thursday, but I'm gonna also put it in for Wednesday as well, so I can constantly have that reminder, like, hey, something is coming up this day, something is due. And I do that for everything, whether it's an assignment, whether it's an exam, a quiz, or really doesn't matter anything. I always put it the day of and the day before, and sometimes I may do the day before, 2 days before, just so I can have it like rotating in my brain, like, okay, something coming up now, yes, something needs to be done, because you have a lot going on throughout the week. You know, you have kids, you have life, you have work, you have a lot going on, and sometimes you need that extra reminder. So definitely take advantage of like your reminder apps in your phone, your calendar. Take advantage of that, because it's really gonna help you. Moving on to number 2, know your study style. What kind of learner are you? Are you a visual learner? Are you okay with just seeing it? Are you okay with just hearing it? Like, are you an auditorial learner? Do you have to hear it and see it? Hey, do you have to hear it, see it, feel it, and actually touch it and do it? Like, what kind of learner are you? Knowing that is very important when starting nursing school, because y'all, let me tell you, coming from taking your prereqs where you had to study, but you really didn't have to study, but you had to study, to kind of like coming into where you have to study, and if you don't, you're gonna fail kind of thing. You need to know how you learn, what works best for you, because in nursing school, y'all, they give you so much information in a week. In 1 week, you can be going over 5 to 6 chapters, not small chapters, healthy thick chapters, and by Monday you're tested over. So knowing your study style is very important, because you can know the material all day long, but do you know how to apply it to the question? Do you know how to use it? Do you know how to break it down and to answer this question? So down below, you guys, I'm going to leave a link to how I figured out my study style and how I've been rolling with it ever since, you guys. I am a visual learner. I'm a visual learner, and I have to hear it kind of learner. Like, I have to see it and hear it. Like, my eyes and ears, they work together. They don't work just eyes and ears. They work together. That's just like, you ever be driving and like, you hear something, or like you see something, but you have to turn the music down because my eyes and ears work together. Like, if I see something, I turn it down because I can't hear, I can't focus because it's too loud. So like, I hope y'all get what I'm saying, but like, my eyes and ears work together. So I'm a visual learner and an auditory learner. Like, I have to see it and hear it, and sometimes I have to do it. Like, I have to write it out sometimes. Like, yeah, I'm pretty much all 3. But knowing your study style is very, very important in nursing school. Like, because you can't just say flashcards. Flashcards don't work really too much in nursing school. They work for some things, but some things they don't work. Quizlet, no. Like, them things don't really work in nursing school. At least it didn't work for me. Like, I had to really figure out what works for me and apply it. Like, a lot of this stuff is coming straight out the textbook. You need to know how you gonna get it coming out of that textbook, because not everything on Quizlet is true, and not everything can be turned into a flashcard. Like, some stuff you just need to repeat it, repetition. We gonna get into that, but know your study style. All right, you guys, for this next portion, hold up, thirsty, y'all. I'm drinking my green juices. These are the 2 green juices I'm drinking today. This is like my normal green juice. I made a video on how I did this one right here, but so go watch it. I made a video on how I did this green juice, but this is like a watermelon beets one my mom made. Yeah, it's good. It's tea, but I'm thirsty. Okay, y'all, so let's get into how I actually study, like actually do it. We're past the part of staying organized, how to stay organized, getting you a calendar, reading your syllabus, putting everything into your calendar, whether you're digital or, you know, actually physically have a handwriting calendar. Staying organized, we're past that. Now we're getting to the point where we got our material, we went to school, we got our material, we got the lectures. Now it's time to study. All right, so the first thing you want to do is, I know y'all hear this a lot. I know when y'all search up you nurses school videos, how to prep and stay organized, how to get good grades. I know y'all hear this a lot, but it's important, like it's really important. Try to listen to your lectures before class, whether it's 30 minutes for, you know, each chapter, whether it's 5 or 10 minutes. Try to listen to something so you can kind of get an idea of what are we talking about in class. Definitely if you have one of them teachers that just like ramble, I know we all have been there where we have one of them teachers that just ramble and ramble and ramble and ramble. You lost, you don't really know. It's best to just go ahead and do a little bit of something before class. And this is easier definitely when you're on to like the first or second test. It's definitely easier then, and it gets very hectic towards like the, you know, in the middle of the semester, because that's when tests are coming back to back. And definitely when you have multiple classes, it's hard to kind of stay ahead and do things before. But if you can, definitely read or listen to the lectures before class so you can just kind of have an idea and, you know, formulate questions and just can participate in class instead of just listening, which is okay to just listen. But it's good to have an overall background of what are we talking about, what are we going over, what are we doing in class today. Next, you want to access your lectures. My teacher, well, depending on how your teacher do things, my teacher do upload everything online. So I have the option to look at it online or print them out. I do both. I look at them online and I print them out. Here are some examples of my lectures, and this is what they look like. So right here is my lecture. I print this out, and it have like little things where you can like fill in the blank. Have little things where you can fill in the blank, and I just go through, I rewatch her lectures, fill in the blanks, and kind of get another overview of what I heard. So now, you know, I've listened to it before class. That's one time hearing the material. I've listened to her in class. That's another time. So that's 2 times you've heard this material, and now you print out her lectures and you are listening to it again because you have to fill out, you know, the line. So if you get where I'm going, like the repetition is key here. So I print this out and I follow along, and I use this as a study guide. Y'all, for my teacher, the lecture, whatever she's telling you, 9 times out of 10, that's what's on the test. Simple. So I use this as my study guide 100%. The next thing that I do, I also use ChatGPT. Now, y'all, Chat have been my best friend. I tell my classmates all the time, like, Chat is gonna help you do what you need to do. So like I said, my teacher put my lecture online, so I download the lecture to my phone. I go to Chat. Y'all, I do pay for Chat, but it's so worth it. Like, it's so worth it. Like, them $20 a month, I pay faithfully because Chat is so worth it. But I upload my lecture to Chat, and I tell Chat to create me a very detailed nursing study guide, generate it for me as a PDF, and Chat is going to do just that. Chat is going to do just what you asked them to do. So they create me a nursing study guide based off of my lecture, and this is just a condensed version of this. You see how thick this is? This is just 1 page, front and back, literally. And once Chat do that for me, I go and basically compare the two, make sure that everything is on here. It's on here because, like I said, this is key. What she actually tell you, what is she actually preaching about in the lab is very much more important than what you get off any source from anywhere. So I just kind of compare the two, make sure everything is there. 9 times out of 10 it is, because Chat gonna do exactly what you say. And yeah, I use this as my study guide. See where I'm going? That's why we love chat. So yeah, you guys, I do that for all my chapters that I have, and it works really great for me because it's one paper. It's one paper. It's condensed. I don't have to flip through all those pages. It's one paper and it's very condensed. So that really helps. And y'all, I'm sorry that I'm not going like 1, 2, 3 like in order anymore. It's because like I'm kind of just really spitting it off the top of my head because this is just how it is. I don't know, but take notes, y'all. Get your pen and paper, write in your notes, whatever. Write down things that I'm saying, and you'll be okay. You'll be okay. The next thing I do after I've formulated my study guide, I watch videos on YouTube like Sarah, Registered Nurse RN, Nexus Nurse, Nurse in the Making, Nurse Mike. I watch all those on YouTube because they give you very cool ways to kind of remember things, and that is very good. Definitely when it's asking for like signs and symptoms, Mike and Sarah is going to break it down really well, give you mnemonics and ways to remember. And Nexus Nurse, she's going to be the ones to give you those practice questions. I was just going to get into that right there. Practice questions is another thing that's very important for your classes. Definitely med-surg, y'all. All this is really for med-surg because med-surg is typically one of those classes that's very hard. So a lot of these study tips is for med-surg, but you can also do this for mental health, okay, and pretty much for fundamentals as well, and pharmacology. Like you can really use all these study tips for that as well. But I watch all of them. They're great for all subjects, no matter where you're at in your nursing school journey. They are some great teachers, and they will definitely break it down in a way that you will understand. And even as for Sarah, and I know a lot of them, I want to say even for level up RN, they give you the information in literally probably 10 to 15 minutes, sometimes 20. Sarah sometimes give you a whole lesson, which is good too, but they give you the whole lesson, and at the end in their description box they will have a link to practice questions. But practice questions are important, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I do my practice questions. And I also use chat for my practice questions as well, and they are very accurate. Like I'm really putting y'all on. I'm really dropping some good gems because chat is not necessarily always a cheating tool. It can be very useful in like your studying as well. So when it comes to using chat for your nursing questions, this is what I do. And I actually got this from some girl on TikTok. If I think of her name, I will definitely use it. Or insert it somewhere, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But she said go to ChatGPT and type in tell chat to create you a 10-question next generation nursing exam. Next generation. No. Tell chat to create you a 10-question next NCLEX style, or 10 question next generation NCLEX style nursing exam. Y'all, I had to spit it out, like it was just stuck in there. To create you a 10-question next generation NCLEX style nursing exam over whatever topic. And don't forget to tell them to put the question and the rationale at the end. And guess what chat gonna do? Give you a 10-question next generation NCLEX style nursing exam over whatever topic with questions and rationales at the end. They're gonna give it to you just like that. And when I tell you, they're gonna be so good because it helps you kind of like apply what you've learned. You know what I'm saying? Like you have other resources from your school like ATI, and ATI is a great resource as well. But chat is gonna spit them questions out to you, and it never ends. They have unlimited questions, and I do 10 because I test myself over those 10, and whatever I got wrong, I do write the question out and figure out why I got wrong, and then that's when I go to like my ATI book or whatever the case may be, and kind of dig in deep on why I got that question wrong. But chat will spit those questions out to you. I mean, just continuously. It's been sometimes where I've done like 300 questions, just like in a week prepping for my exam. and it helps you really break down the question and what it's asking and all the things. And I do this for every chapter. I do it for each chapter, and then like at the end, maybe on Friday, I put it all together into like one big exam. But using ChatGPT for study questions, yeah. Lastly, you guys, I don't know if I said this, but create a study schedule. Creating a study schedule is very important because you kind of hold yourself accountable for the days that you say you're going to study. For example, like if I have class Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to say, okay, after class on Monday, I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm done. After class on Tuesday, I'm going to dedicate 30 minutes. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you know, I'm going to do this, this, and this. Have a study schedule so when it all comes down to your test, if you pass, you can say, okay, you know, I studied this amount of time. I broke it up like this. This is what worked for me. This is what helped me get that grade. I'm going to do this for my next test. However, if you fail, you can see where you went wrong. Okay, I studied this amount of time and I failed. What do I need to change? What do I need to add to this, or what do I need to take away? You know, so creating a study schedule just holds you accountable and kind of track what it is that you're doing. Do you need to keep it that way, or do you need to change it up? And also, if it gets to one of those situations where, okay, I'm really not doing well, I need to go talk to my teachers, I need to go see, you know, you can show them like, okay, this is what I've been doing. I keep up with it. This is what I've been doing. And maybe your teachers, your professors, or someone can help you figure out where you're going wrong and kind of give you some advice and insight on what you need to do. So having a study schedule, you guys, is very important, and it helps really well. So that is all. I think that's all the tips and tricks that I have. Yeah, I didn't write this down or nothing, y'all. It kind of just came off my head. Like, I'm studying now at my library, and I was like, okay, let's make a video. So that's what I did. But yeah, I hope this video helps somebody. And y'all, let me tell y'all where I've been. Like, let me just tell y'all where I've been, what's been going on, all the things. So if you didn't know, I had a baby. I had a baby last December, y'all, and then I had got something into nursing school. So it was like baby, nursing school, all the things. I couldn't juggle both and kind of still do like the YouTube stuff. I couldn't. I didn't even have the energy. Being pregnant in nursing school, going to clinicals 30 weeks, it was a lot. It was a lot, and I just was like still trying to have pictures, still trying to have baby showers, still trying to. I'm nursing, so I'm trying to get through. It was a lot. It was a lot. But I did have a healthy baby girl. Her name is Nadia. Back in 2024 of December. So yes, that's really where I've been. Y'all, I also took my locks out. Got some braids. The locks are cute. They're cool. They're fun. But it's like I wanted something. I like to switch my hairstyle up. And then when I became a mother, it was like I need to look like a mother. I don't know. But that's really where I've been. And I told you guys I did get a supplement to nursing school. So yeah, now I'm back. I'm happy. I am 6 months postpartum, and I'm feeling good about myself and about school and about all the things. So hopefully I can get back into a schedule and kind of keep these videos rolling, because I want this season and this journey to kind of be like being in nursing school, first time mom, and working full-time, you know, just doing all the things and how I'm balancing it and how I'm juggling it. So yeah, y'all stay tuned for the content. And yeah, that's really it. I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, if you like this video, let me know. Leave a comment down below. And also, don't forget to take the Know Your Learning Style quiz, so you can know your learning style and prepare for a successful semester. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Big snacks coming out the save. Got Lil Max with me, he the wave.